Pirates. Hollywood makes them look like badass rebels with treasure chests, pet parrots, and endless rum. But here's the ugly truth. Real pirates weren't Jack Sparrow. They were broke, toothless, starving, constantly seasick, and pooping off the side of the ship, assuming they weren't dying from gangrene or getting stabbed by their own crew. And forget about buried treasure, unless you count a bucket of stolen onions as riches. So before you grab your tricorn hat and say "R," let's sink the pirates of the Caribbean fantasy and dive into the disgusting reality of pirate life. Spoiler, you wouldn't survive a week. 1. Bad teeth, bad breath, and worse diseases. Ever wondered what happens when you don't brush your teeth for years? Pirates found out the hard way. Their dental hygiene plan was simple. Eat rock-hard biscuits filled with weevils. Never see a dentist. Wait for your teeth to literally fall out from scurvy. And speaking of scurvy, pirates didn't have fruits or vegetables because fresh food rots at sea. Instead, they lived on salted meat, stale bread, and whatever they could steal. No vitamin C? Congratulations, enjoy your bleeding gums, loose teeth, and slow, painful death. Pirates didn't have toothpaste, so if your breath was bad, your only solution was rum, which explains why pirates were constantly drunk. If you had a tooth infection, the cure was yanking it out with pliers while your crew held you down. No anesthesia, just vibes. But scurvy wasn't the only disease on board. Pirates also had dysentery, aka explosive diarrhea that killed you. Syphilis, because pirate romance was just EW. Gangrene, cut your finger? Cool, now you might die. Pirates weren't just sick, they were walking petri dishes. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that your mouth is a biohazard zone. No minty freshness here. Only the lingering stench of stale rum and rotting biscuits. It's like a horror movie for your gums, and trust me, nobody wins in that film. 2. Zero treasure, just stolen junk. Forget what movies told you. Pirates didn't bury treasure. Why? Because they spent everything the second they stole it. These guys weren't financial planners. They were violent frat boys with swords. Real pirate treasure wasn't gold coins and jewels. It was barrels of stolen food, fabric, and maybe some rum. The real MVPs of piracy. Spices and sugar. Congratulations, you just risked your life to steal someone's groceries. If you did manage to steal actual money, you spent it immediately on gambling, alcohol, and questionable activities in port cities. Basically, pirates had the financial responsibility of a 14-year-old with a credit card. Think about it. While Hollywood shows pirates stashing hoards of gold, the real loot was as useful as a soggy sandwich. You'd risk your life on the high seas only to end up with a pile of junk you'd blow on a bad night at the tavern. It's like winning the lottery and then spending it all on candy. 3. Where did pirates poop? Ever wondered where pirates went to the bathroom? Nowhere. And everywhere. There were no toilets on pirate ships, just a wooden plank hanging over the ocean. Congratulations. You're trying to poop while balancing on a tiny board mid-storm, with sharks waiting below. Pirates didn't call it walking the plank for nothing. Picture yourself in the middle of a violent storm, clinging to a wobbly plank, all because you need to do your business. It's the most awkward, nerve-wracking moment of your day. Forget modern bathrooms. Pirates made every potty break a life-or-death adventure. 4. The rats were the real captains. Hollywood lied. Pirates didn't have parrots. They had rats. Lots of them. Ships were infested with rats because there was no way to keep them out. They ate your food, they chewed through your sails, and sometimes they bit you in your sleep. Fun fact, some pirates actually ate the rats when they ran out of food. Imagine trying to keep a clean ship when your roommates are a horde of rats. They weren't cute or cuddly. They were pests that made every meal a battle for survival. And if hunger hit hard enough, those rats became an unwilling part of your dinner menu. Yuck. 5. Bad food, worse drinking water. Pirates had no fresh drinking water, just barrels of stagnant water full of bacteria. If you wanted a drink that wouldn't kill you, you drank rum. All day. Every day. Food wasn't much better. Bread was so old it was rock hard. Meat was so salted it was basically jerky from hell. And if food got infested with maggots, you just ate around them. Imagine your meals every day being a gamble. Will you get food poisoning or just a mouthful of maggots? And your water could give you a death sentence, so you end up drowning your sorrows in endless wrong. It's a never-ending cycle of bad taste and worse decisions. Conclusion: pirates were just floating disease factories. So yeah, real pirate life sucked. No buried treasure, no fancy outfits, just disease, backstabbing, and terrible hygiene. If you ever wished you could be a pirate, you might want to rethink that. Comment below. Would you survive a week as a pirate? Spoiler, no you wouldn't. Subscribe for more history myths debunked. Before you go all are, and dream of high seas adventure, remember, the real life of a pirate was nothing short of a horror show. Disease, filth, and constant danger were all part of the daily grind. So next time you see a pirate movie, just know there's a lot more poop and pain in real life than on screen.